race fans, this is one of the races we've been waiting for all day long. 17 cars. I believe this is the largest field of any cars we're going to have on the track all weekend long. Here's our lineup real quick. Always running up front, but right now starting on the pole, we've got Billy Nichols in the 987 alongside of Billy is Karsten Hernandez in the 983. Row 2 inside, the 87 of Matt Lipman, and outside of him, the current points leader, Dallas North in the 974. Braden Beatty and Cody Hodgson starting the row 3 with 918 and 955. In row 4, Jim Price starts 7th in the 923. Abby Keys in the 947. Joe Collingsworth starts alongside James Aramillo in the 948 and 939. That is in row 5. Row 6 on the inside is Chad Williams alongside of Wyatt Bush Schroeder in the 985. Row 7 is Sienna Price in the 900 and Stacy Pike out here in his desert. Oh, shoot! Excuse me for real quick here a second. He starts outside in the 970 in his desert car. Then we got Megan Mitchell, Sid Woods, and Gavin McNamara starting 15th, 16th, and 17th. And Ken Stout, if you're listening at home, hopefully you're still tuned in. I mentioned we have a special surprise for you. For this race in particular, we've got Robert Stout, a former class champion, up here in the booth helping me call the race. Robert, welcome to Gas.
Oh, so glad to be here, man. Look at the start of this race, and this class is stacked right now. One of the best classes by far that we've seen out here today. Good battling right off the bat, into the berm, dooring each other in the third row, 3 wide in the final row. That's exactly what we're all looking to see.
Right now your dad's like, oh crap, he's going after my job. But yeah, it's amazing. There were 3 wide going down that backstretch straightaway into turn 3. It looks like Nichols. I'm not in a very good spot here, but I think that's Nichols running up front right now.
Yeah, Nichols in the lead, and he's just been getting better year after year, putting on a really good show, good performances. I think those guys were up pretty late last night. Jason Weather came by and helped them get that car running again, and it seems to be paying off as of now. Big move down to the inside from the split lane in the final corner.
Yeah, Dallas Nord on the inside. He's our current points leader, running in 4th. I believe he started 5th. Right now running that second spot, and I was watching certain areas of that racetrack, specifically on that infield right-hand turn. He was getting roosted like crazy. The mud, the track is still kind of on the muddy side, so if you're in the wrong spot at the wrong time, you are absolutely going to have a snootful of that mud, and I'm hoping that he's got some tear-offs remaining as he's now going for the lead to the inside on Nichols. Dallas Nord now going for the lead on the inside.
Nichols being nice early on here, gives him plenty of room, just tucks into second place. He wants to see the back half of this race and make sure he has a shot at the podium at the end.
I'm waiting for your dad to pipe up, and he hasn't said nothing yet if he's still tuned in.
Oh, 3rd place there. Almost thought about making a move on Nichols as he really opened up the entry of that corner. And here we go. He's on the inside of the split lane. He wants to make it happen here. Don't think it's going to be enough. He checks up, falls back into 3rd.
Well, the interesting, I love that split lane because it provides such an option. You come out of the turn number 2, you take that wide, slide out on the left side of the split lane, but it kind of screws you for going into the final corner because now you're stuck on the inside and you have to scrub off a ton of speed by pitching it hard.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to take the lower mile per hour in the center of the corner to take that inside lane. But
your dad just said, I'm here.
Look at Nord just extending the lead, though. Nord has been excellent this year. And again, just like Nichols has been getting better and better. We saw him put on a good show earlier in SR1, and he's feeling comfortable here in Production 1000. He's extending 5 to 8 car lengths now over Nichols in 2nd.
It's amazing that his program, he's running 2 cars, a brand new SR1 for him, and now this car, but then also it's just him and his girlfriend, and they travel down here for this series from Seattle area, and it's just the 2 of them. He's got not even 1 crew guy, and it's all his girlfriend.
Hey, that's all you need sometimes, as long as you have the determination to get it done. This is excellent.
Dallas has got the fastest lap time of the race by a long shot over everybody. He's the only driver in the 54-second bracket. The next closest is 55.6, which is a full second slower. And yeah, it's amazing how you find the right setup and it's working, whether it be the tires, the shocks, whatever it may be, he's found it.
Yeah, and this track prep looks really good right now as well. He's clearly feeling comfortable. The lead is large enough. I just have to imagine that he's, at this point, wanting to put it in cruise control. As I say that, he backs it into the corner in a big way. I don't think he plans on slowing down anytime soon, but if I'm his spotter, I'm telling him, man, just settle in. It's all good. We're going to wait till we get to that mandatory yellow, and you're going to have a real shot at it here, but no pressure from behind. But the battle for second, third, and fourth, incredibly close, as Nichols is trying to hold off that third-place car.
Now, you as a driver, at this point, if you put yourself in Nord's position, are you searching for other lines that might work or definitely don't work? I mean, are you out there searching around?
Yeah, absolutely. When you have that much freedom, you have the opportunity to try some things that you traditionally wouldn't do. But really, Nichols is in a pretty good spot because he's being forced to take defensive lines, figure out what everybody's doing around him, whether he likes it or not, as they go side by side out of that corner, drag race down towards the right-hander here. Looks like Nichols about a half car length back. We'll see if he can hold on the inside of the right-hander. Big rotation and too much.
Whoa,
he goes down near the inside
rotated
berm.
way early in the turn.
Not only does he lose the second place spot, but unfortunately he's going to lose a third as well, falling to fourth place at this point.
Hodgson and Karsten Hernandez both got around.
And we just see the mud on the visor of those in-car cameras. You know, a lot of the time they do have tear-offs, don't get me wrong, but they want to save them sometimes. So if you think you still have a little bit of clear sight, maybe you just save it for a little while until you know you need to rip it and get ready for the next battle.
No, I got to ask you, as a driver, again, I'll say it that way, did you prefer tear-offs or the mud eaters? Did you ever try one of those mud eater deals?
I never tried the mud eater. I think I was too nervous. I know they had failures from time to time. I just always stayed with the old-school tear-offs. And man, you should have seen me my first year in off-road. I didn't know what to do with them. I didn't know where to find them, how to rip them off. It was awful, but yeah, you can see this driver right here has obviously a face full right now, but must be pretty comfortable because they're still turning good laps.
Yeah, I'm not able to tell who that is. The in-car camera, there was no name on it, but
now Nord's maybe getting a little too comfortable here, as I believe that's Cody Hodgson that's right up on the rear bumper.
Yeah, in fact, Cody just kicked off the last time by the fastest lap of the race.
Oh, Nichols getting drag raced down. The front straight to what I believe is the mandatory caution here. So at this point, they're going to stack them back up for a driver. It's just a great opportunity to take a big breath, talk to the spotter, understand, okay, I know where I want to make that move on the guy in front of me, or better yet, where's the guy behind me stronger so I can make sure he doesn't take advantage in that situation.
So how long you been here this weekend? Just today?
Just today, man. I heard it was going on. The Whitlocks gave me a call. Great people, great family. So I came running over to spend some time with them, watch Brady go race in the Pro Buggy division here soon. You can see Cody there just kind of came up alongside of Nord in the lead. That's a little bit of a head game situation. He's just letting him know, like, hey, man, I'm here, and I just reeled you in that last lap, so you better be ready for a battle here in the back half of the race.
I don't know if you can shake up Nord. He's an airline pilot. I mean, you're ultimately responsible for what, 100, 200 people per flight sitting behind you?
No, and honestly, Nord, for how little experience he has, all things considered, or just a few years of racing out here, he's incredibly good at staying composed and putting on a good show with some, heavy hitters in a lot of these different classes. So he's not nervous right now, but he knows that he's probably going to have a little bit of a battle. But the good thing is he's got clean track. He just needs to take a breath, hit his marks. Not making mistakes is the key for Nord at this moment.
Yeah, again, this is round 6 of the inaugural season of 2021 and the Great American Short Course. And you're looking at our points leader, Dallas Nord, coming into the weekend. And I don't know where the points are as we stand, but he still has to be maintaining the lead as he goes into turn 1 with the lead. And like you said, Robert, he's getting a ton of pressure from Cody Hodgson right now.
Yeah, he is. And those front two really drove away as Billy Nichols made a move to get back into the third place spot, and he's trying to reel those front two back in. 3
wide there for a moment, about 6th, 7th, and 8th. Yeah, coming through turn number 2.
Side by side for 4th and 5th. That's giving Billy Nichols a little bit of breathing room, which is exactly what he needs if he wants to go contend for that top 2 battle. Cody not letting Nord get away from him.
Nichols, I can't help but think, is making up a little bit of ground as well, and I keep glancing over at that in-car camera. Still not exactly sure who that is, but the ride is surprisingly smooth.
Yeah, that is surprising because it is not smooth. Let me tell you that. These drivers are getting beaten on inside of those cars. It looks much smoother on camera than it is from behind the wheel. Those guys are hanging on. They're out of breath. They're driving those things as hard as they know how, because at the end of the day, all they really want to do is flip over. They don't want to steer into the corner well. You've got to really be good at rotating the car on entry if you want to get a good exit, and they don't have the horsepower to save you out of the corner either. So really good driver's class here. Nord has a little bit more breathing room over Cody Hodgson at this point. Nichols in third with a little bit of breathing room as well. Single file. At this point, again, everybody's just looking to turn a good lap and not make mistakes. It's just the biggest thing, and it's such an easy thing to do in these cars, to make a small mistake, to understeer into a corner and lose all that exit speed.
No, one thing I've noticed also is on not only car setups in the UTVs, but also in Pro Lights and Pro 2s, the right setup, or at least the guys that seem quickest out there, has slammed these cars right to the ground. Yeah, very little ride height, man. It's like they're driving a Corvette instead of a Cadillac.
They want to get them as low as they can within the guidelines that the gas series has given them. The lower we can get them, the better, because you'll see these guys regularly get up on the bike, get on two wheels, and the good drivers will be able to balance that out and know right where the edge is and maintain it the entire race.
Wow, how about that? Dallas Nord retook the fast lap of the race, 5:2.76, and he's the only driver now in the 52-second mark. Cody Hodgson and Billy Nichols both in the 53s, all done on the last lap. So the track is really coming to these guys.
Yeah, and the track looks really good right now. No big roost. It's not dusty. It's not muddy. They've done a great job putting this together. I know we've got a bunch of guys from the former Lucas Oil Off-Road series that used to do track prep out there, and it's glad to see them back out here, continuing to make this track good. Oh, big battle onto the front straightaway. Now, this class is just loaded with battles from front to tail.
Less than 3 laps remaining. We got a car inside, and the right-hand infield turn. Can't make out the number. We'll have to look and see a lap count if there is one. Boy, a black and red car. Looks like a Yamaha. It's either Sienna Price, Braden Beatty, possibly. I want to say it looks like a 900 number, 900. So I'm going to guess, only guess, it's Sienna Price, as the other two cars are multiple laps down. But
I can actually see they just got a few guys up there to flip the car back over. These cars are pretty strong, incredibly safe. I can only hope, of course, that she's okay, but assuming she is, and assuming that is Price inside of the car, of course, there's a good chance that she'll fire that thing up, and assuming the front end of the suspension is good, she'll keep racing.
Now the pace truck's on the track. Cars cannot pass the pace truck, obviously. All laps count, even the yellows. So we're looking at, well, we're not going back to green just yet, so we might burn up a lap doing a pace lap right here. Nope, she's back underway.
Awesome, got it fired up, still rolling. I'm sure she'll feel it out, check it out, move the steering wheel around a little bit, make sure it's still safe to continue on. At this point, I'd say majority of the field is probably pretty happy to have that caution here near the end of the race. And we're going green right away. Dallas Nord's on the gas.
Green and white are waving simultaneously, so the next flag we're going to see is the checkered flag. Dallas Nord with the lead. It's only about 2 car lengths over Cody Hodgson. And you know Cody better than I do, but I've been watching his race in the last 3 rounds, and his elbows are out.
Oh, he's not scared. I don't think anybody in this top 4 right now is scared to put a fender on somebody if they feel the need. I mean, this is the end of the race. It's go time. It's Sunday. All you have to do is put it in the trailer and go home. Good battle here for first and second, as well for third and fourth.
2 more turns remaining. Dallas Nord, our current leader, also has a points lead, but he's got big time heat as it looks like Hodgson's pull up alongside. He's on the outside of the split lane. This is going to make for an outside entrance, inside exit move. They make contact. Hodgson, yeah, goes around.
Oh, comes back on almost right into the side of Nichols. Nichols side by side right now.
Wow, Nord will take the win. Price will take second. Cody Hodgson third. Joe Collingsworth fourth, and Matt Lipman will round out the top 5.
A one-lap shootout there.
That was a little hairy.
Yeah, I mean, and he had no choice but to go for it on Nord there at the end. Pretty surprised, honestly, that Nord stayed on the right side of the split lane. We saw our third-place driver go to the inside just to try to defend that move. But an awesome race, as we always see here in Production 1000 from these guys. Yeah, Jim Price up on the podium there. That is awesome as things really shook up there in the final lap. I believe that is Jim Price's first podium. So congratulations to Jim Price. Dallas Nord, our winner, and it looks like did Billy Nichols hold on to second place there? Awesome job. Yep. Those guys stayed up late getting that car back together. So there's your top three: Dallas Nord, Billy Nichols, and Jim Price in Production 1000.
You know, Robert, I want to thank you for coming up here. I tried to keep it a secret from your dad. Oh, jeez. Tried to keep it a secret from your dad. Because he tuned in about an hour ago, so I've been kind of messing around with him a little bit back and forth and stuff. But I hope he appreciates the fact you jumped up here. I know you'd rather probably be out there watching it live, or maybe even with the radio listening to your guys. But
hey,
thank you for coming up here, man.
Yeah, of course. I'm just happy to be here. I know my dad's tuned in pretty much anywhere he ever is in the country because our family just loves short course off-road. It's great racing. It's a great time. So anytime I can make it out here, and him as well, we always try our best to do so and enjoy the environment, enjoy the people out here.
I got to ask you, before you step away, what are your plans for 2022?
That's a great question. I wish you had the answer for me there. We're going to keep digging. Hopefully still doing some more off-road stuff. You know, running Stadium Super Trucks is a really good time, hopefully continuing with that. And I'm always chasing the sports car ride. At the end of the day, that's where my passion lies, is sports car racing. So still digging, still actively competing, and I'm sure you'll see me around soon enough.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. And
awesome.
Wherever you are, I'm sure your dad is going to be close by. I might even run across him, which I hope to someday. It's been a long time since I've seen that old man. Because I don't know if he ever said anything, but him and I started way back in the, let's see, the PACE, I gotta get this right, the PACE U.S. Off-Road Championship Series.
There you go.
which was a knockoff of a Mickey Thompson. I think that back in the day, the guys that did Supercross and Monster Jam, they did it for like 3 years or 4 years, I think it was, and him and I were the announcers for that.
I was probably still running around as a kid, giving him a headache in the middle of the workday at the racetrack.
Well, Robert, thanks for coming up here. Best of luck in 2022, and hopefully, I don't know, Ken, I got to ask you, man, it's like I'm looking at him. He's way too clean cut to be one of your kids.
Well,
jeez.
Yeah, I'm getting older, man. Not 18 anymore, but no, thank you very much for allowing me to come up and have some fun.
Hey,
and,
anytime. Hopefully we'll see you in November. We'll be at Glen Helen. Maybe we'll see you out there.
All as well. I'd love to be there. Yeah, thanks very much.
Robert Stout, everybody. You know him very well by watching, like you said, all these different forms of motorsports. If it has a wheel, I think look at your dad, just does one of those. But yeah, if it has a wheel, he races it. So best of luck, man. Hope to see you on the track in 2022. Let's go down trackside with my main man, Dave Arnold, and our top three finishers of the last race.
Yeah, that's so awesome here. And talking to the guys, Jim Price, Billy Nichols, and one more time on top, he's a regular, Dallas Nord. So, gonna get this right out of the way. Jim, you've been doing this a little, came out, you hang out with the Brister family, Sienna's racing your daughter.
Yep.
Your first podium here in Production 1000, so that makes it that much special, but I saw that run right at the finish line.
Yep, man, we had a great one going. Billy and I, on the restart, I was able to push him up there for a little bit until I lifted up the back of his car a little bit, had to back off, but we were having fun the whole time. Just wonderful.
And all that hard work you put into, and now it's like paid off. It just shows, wow, it's finally here.
Yeah, the big thing for the car is we made a suspension change, and now I can hit everything as hard as I want. I mean, I can just leave my foot in it, and it's just really sped me up. So, real happy about it.
It's like cooking a good dinner, having all the right pieces and the ingredients, right?
Yep, it sure is. Yeah, we had a great time. Hope my daughter's all right. It's always a little unnerving when you see her upside down in the corner, right? But I hope she's doing well, and I want to thank everybody that helps us out. Lothringer Engineering, Weller's built a great motor for us. My family, Sienna, my daughter, we just had a wonderful time. First time on the podium here, and I got baptized here today. So I'm just saying, first made the podium, got baptized today.
Jim Price, everybody. Big round of applause for this man right here, man. So awesome to hear stories like that. And here's another great story. Jim already talked about the battle you two had, but boy, thrashing all night trying to get that car. I know so many people helped you out, but to come out here and then you, right out of the box, you get the whole shot. You're out front. And then, boy, everything just starts going crazy.
Yeah, you know, it feels good being up here today after yesterday. Yesterday we had a great race. You know, we were out front, and then we had a little bit of contact that, you know, knocked our throttle body loose, and then after that we just kind of lost all power, and we're just doing everything we could to finish the race and keep second in points. And, you know, I got to give a big thank you to Jason Weller. You know, I went over and picked his brain a little bit and kind of pointed me in the right direction. Got to give a big thank you to Doodle and her father, John. They hooked me up with a new throttle body, you know, and we were able to get the car back together. You know, my dad, my brother, they stayed up until, we were up until 1 in the morning last night getting the car back together, hoping that it would run. You know, luckily we went out for a shakedown this morning. Everything was good. Qualifying, we didn't do too well, but it worked out in our favor again. You know, started the race, we were leading for a minute, and then that back turn before the split lane was just insanely slick, and I was up on Dallas, and next thing I know, I couldn't see anything at all, and I'm spinning backwards, and then Doodle got me, and then, you know, I just from there tried to hold my marks and, you know, hit all my lines, and right there at the end, me and Jim were battling, and I thought for sure he was going to get me because Jim is just such a good fast driver, such a nice guy. You know, I have to thank all my family. Everyone's here. Thank all my sponsors, B3 Motorsports, Roseville Yamaha, Epic Standards Apparel, OCD Graphics, AIM Sports Data, Demon Power Sports. You know, the list goes on. Everyone that helps us, I mean, it means the world. And, you know, we wouldn't be here without them. So thank you guys.
So awesome to hear. Well, you got a new throttle body. You need a new air cleaner. There you go. K&N's going to hook you up, buddy. Good to see you up here. And boy, that was sketchy because I know the points battle's tight with these guys, so I know every time it's a little bit sketchy when you have problems. Well, this guy, what is it, 3 times today already? Up on the box, and just a regular. Now I know why you drive so far, because you like to come visiting me. I know what it is. So, Dallas Nord, what an awesome race. You had to fight your way to the top.
Yeah, you know, we kind of finished middle of qualifying today, and with the inversion put us in the middle, and you know, I've just learned, especially in the SR1, just to be patient. So it was slick, and everybody was on Hoosiers, and I said, just be patient, wait for the mistakes, and get around clean. And I was able to pick my way through, you know, I think it was Billy and then somebody else, and get out front and then just grind out some laps. And then after the midway, I knew that sometime Cody would probably come up, and he did, and then he went for it there in the last corner, and a little contact and spun himself out. So that's what you get for doing that. But it was a great race. The track came to us, and it's fun seeing these guys up here. We're friendly off the track with both these guys, Billy and Jim. So it's good to be up here. It's a great day out there on the track.
Well, and so many people that help you, and I know, you know, you and Lori doing it all again. Here you are on top of the box.
Yeah, thanks, Lori, for helping out. She's actually running with the dog to go get an Uber right now to get out of here. So thank you for your help, as always. Weller Racing and the crew here today. You know, that car, like I said, it's just the recipe's there. There's no secrets. You can buy all that stuff right off their website, and the setup is there. It's proven. Go check them out. Uncle Al's Automotive, Smudge Pot.